Okay. There we go. On my computer, not the cloud. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to let her do the talking. And so I don't know. I just feel like it'll be so much better for you to hear it from her, and have that boldness and the confidence that comes from her. So I'm not going to waste any more of our time. I'm going to start playing it. If you can hear it, just give me a thumbs up.
So you're gonna use a testimonial to show proof that it does just that. Have a testimonial page that you grab stories from. If your upline or company has the little road.
Okay. So I'm going to start that over because I was a little bit too far. We have a testimonial page. It's rooted in health. Okay.
The little car, all those things. That's okay, Shannon. I'll send you the replay. All of us have it. Yes. Okay. So this is step one of how to recruit. So what I want to be clear on is you've attracted someone to you and they have said, I'm interested. Tell me more. What is this? Okay. All these things have led to this point, which is step one of the recruiting system. Okay. This is the most important question that you will ever ask in the entire recruiting process. It's the same question every time. And if you mess it up, you can always go back and fix it. In fact, if we have time today, I'll bring some people on live who have examples of messages that they've screwed up. And I guarantee we will get them turned around in 5 minutes or less. So be looking through your messenger and get ready to raise your hands at the end if you want me to do some surgery on one of yours. Okay, so here it is. Step one, what interests you the most? This question is the only thing that matters in the recruiting process because it immediately identifies what they really want, their desires. You know what you really want keeps you in the game. You finding out what they really want helps you know what to sell them so that you even have a game. By the way, gamifying your network marketing and sales in general will help you get better at it faster. It takes 400 repetitions to learn a new skill. But when done in play, it only takes 10 to 20 repetitions. Amanda is asking, what are your 3 health goals? The same question. I don't like it.
Listen to this. Just listen to her thought process because it was like, oh, ding, ding, ding.
And this is why I don't like it, is some people will put up a barrier when you ask that because they're like, well, I didn't really have any health goals. I was just sort of wondering what she was talking about because she said this happened and I just really wanted to hear about that. And you've turned off the most important question. So I want you to throw out the 3 main health goals question. This will ask the same question in a better way. Okay. Again, remember, I've tested this on 20 different compensation plans. So this is the best question that works the best. Okay. So someone says to you, what is it? What is it? Tell me more. I'm interested. What interests you the most? Okay. They've seen something that you've posted or you've sent them a message that has them thinking something and enough to say, tell me more. Do not assume you know what they want. Mom. You must ask, what interests you the most? And then zip it. Step 2, send a story and say, do you relate to this? Use a testimonial to show proof it does just that. Don't mess it up with over talking. Okay. Literally, Vicky, wow, this changed training just like this. Yes. Yes. Okay. Open-ended questions. This is key. They have all the answers. You're messing it up with all your assumptions. Knock it off. Step 1, what interests you the most? They tell you. You find a story, a testimonial that proves it does just that. Whether you sell leggings, you have a debit card company, you do oils, you do cleaning products, you do travel agency, whatever it is. What if you're just starting out and you don't have testimonials yet? Sarah, it's like you're reading my mind. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, hold on. Now, if you don't, so you're going to use a testimonial to show proof that it does just that. Have a testimonial page that you grab stories from. If your upline or company has a page, use theirs. Sarah, if you don't have one, start one today. Call it your testimonial story vault. If your company has outlawed the use of testimonials, create a private group that you only have access to and only use it for private sharing and not posting. If you are allowed to share testimonials, you're going to use this group to just stockpile all the testimonials you ever see. Okay, start today. Start with one. Start with your own. Then message everyone in your company that you know and say, would you be willing to write me a testimonial? Yes, Erin, you could use Slack for something like this. You totally could. Yep, that's a great idea. So just like, if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a testimonial page. I'm just starting, blah, blah. Like, what do we do? Start with your own testimonial, start the page, put your testimonial in it, and then message people that are in your company and say, would you be willing to just write a quick story of how the products or business has helped you? And just put them all in, just start stockpiling them. Slack is sort of like it's an app. We actually use it in Beyond the Rank for our Inner Circle membership and our executive membership. And it's just sort of like, you have to pay to have it, unless you're a member of Inner Circle and executive membership. Then we include it inside of your membership. Okay, so now, JC, I miss your vibe. I love you, JC. I love you. Okay, yeah, Slack is awesome. Okay, now, so if you don't have any stories, message people in your company and ask if they would send you a story with a picture of themselves for your own private sharing and add it to your vault. Okay, so that's how you fix that problem. Stop talking about the ingredients and details of your products. I know you're.
Did y'all hear that? I love you all. I really do. But please stop posting the ingredients. Nobody cares. And listen what it does.
About them. You can talk about it to people that are as passionate about you after they love the products and they're on board with them. Okay. When you talk about ingredients and details of products and services, that puts people into the logical side of their brain, and that just gets them thinking logically about how they need to be doing something with their money other than buying what you are selling. Stories get people into the emotional side of their brain, and that is the side of their brain that gets them to take action more consistently than anything else. Emotional buyers will spend more, and they will spend it faster because it's connected to their desires. Their desires for what they really want will sell them on your products more.
No, Kennedy.
Think of yourself as the tour guide for their desires, and you will do far less work selling than ever before. Do not add prospects to your testimonial vault group. Do not use ATM. You stay with me.
Okay, ATM is when we add them when we're in a conversation and we're like, okay, I'm going to add you to the group. I'm going to add you to the group, and then I'm going to tag you in a testimony, and I'm going to see if you relate to it. So listen to what she has to say about this.
This testimonial story vault is just for you to house all the stories that prove your products or service do what they say you do. You lost the sound. Can you guys hear me still? Anytime you see someone share their story, add it to the vault. Anytime you post a version of your story, even if you put it in your vault before, add it again to showcase another layer of it. Add everything to this vault. I repeat, do not add prospects to this group at this stage. Do not.
We know prospects are rooted in health, but we're not going to get technical right now. Okay. We're just going to be using that because it's already built, and we're not going to start fresh, right? We're not going to reinvent the wheel for no reason. So we're still using rooted in health.
Use ATM. That stands for add tag message. The time has come where we need to talk about the ATM, elephant in the room. If you've never heard of it before, good. If you use it now, hear me out. ATM is a popular method that some people use. Don't feel badly if you're using it now. It stands for add tag message. I've had it as a resource inside of Beyond the Rank because I had so many clients that use it and love it. So I wanted it there as an option for personal style. but it's never been the way I've built. And for the last year, I've had clients replace my 3-step system with ATM, and the results they've had are indisputable. Here's why. When you have someone who you are talking to in a message or on the phone, you don't want them to get out of the car. I want you to imagine that every time someone says, I'm interested in what you're offering, that it's a person getting in a car and driving with you somewhere. Think of how intimate a car is. You're both sitting together, you're driving together, you're having conversation, all those things, okay? And you have their complete attention without distractions. They're totally focused on the conversation with you. You want to keep them in the car. If you are going to add them to a group, that means you're going to send them an invite to the group. And because they don't have a master's degree in Facebook notifications like you do as a network marketer, they have to now search their notifications for that invite. And if they happen to accept the invite, then you have to wait for them to accept it. Then tag them in a post, which they then have to sift through a group to find, then read and be distracted by other things on Facebook that they've now seen, while you just wait for this all to happen and cross your fingers and toes. Not to mention the people that realize this is going to take time and they tell you to check it out later. And you're like, oh no, what has happened? Now I have to wait 5 weeks for them to have the time. Keep them in the car. A good salesperson keeps the person in the car and does the heavy lifting for them. You go get the story. You put it into the private message with them, with the picture and pasting the story for them. This happens in less than 2 minutes, where ATM on a perfect day is 15 minutes or more. Usually it's hours. Imagine this. You're literally in the car with someone and you're like, okay, get out of the car, go down the street, take a right, go in the door, third on the left, make sure you look at the product that's on the shelf, 3 levels up, 3/4 of the way back. And then also I'll be waiting for you here on the side. And when you get back, perfect, we'll talk about what you saw. Guess what? Everyone with ADHD, you just lost them when you said, go down the street and take a right. They're like, what did she say? Go down the street. There was a pretty bird there. Did you see the squirrel? Oh my gosh, that sign. Did you see the hot pink? That was so pretty. That looks tasty. Maybe we should walk into that store and buy that.
Does anybody else feel like that though? Like you add them to the group and then you got to make sure that they got the invite, and then you got to make sure that they're in the group, and then you're like, I tagged you. Did you see the post that I tagged you in? And it's just like, oh dear Jesus, like this is too many steps for me, right?
And then they're like, oh no, I haven't had a chance. I'll do it later. And you're like, oh no.
Yeah, then it's 5 weeks later.
JC, stop. You are my brain. Jennifer, wow. Emily, you changed my life. Cracking up. Yes, you see it now. Do you see it now? Yes. See why it's not effective? You can keep doing it if you want, but it will only make your recruiting slower. Your business will go slower. You want to keep using ATM? Go right ahead. You're not going to go very fast. You want to use my system? Let's go. Party time. Okay. Going slower at recruiting is ineffective sales. Now, you can add people to this group later, but that only comes much further down the road after you've exhausted the 3-step system. You've sent them a sample or a free trial. You've had them come to an online live event or in person, and they still need more. It's the last line of defense when nothing else has moved them, not the first. So send the story with the picture and the written story. You'll most likely use the same 5 to 6 stories every single time, but make sure to save everything you can get your hands on in the vault for the really juicy situations that need an outlier story that is more rare than the standard stuff. I love the stories that are just like, they can get it done quick and dirty. But sometimes you need a longer story because, oh my gosh, this story is so amazing, right? Now, once you've sent the picture and the story, right? So you say, what interests you the most? They tell you, you grab a story from your vault, you send the picture and the story right over to them. And then you say, do you relate to this at all? This question is the second most important question because you need to know if you've hit the nail on the head with the proof you've sent. Yes, the vault is where you save the stories. It's just go create a Facebook group and name it Testimony Vault, Deborah's Testimony Vault, Carol's Testimony Vault. And then you just add stories there. Okay. So the story you're sending needs to show proof of whatever it is you're selling fixes or gives results for what interested them the most. If you are a leader of a large team, I would recommend having stories pinned to your vault group of this is the one I send when people are interested in weight loss. This is the one for skincare before and after. This is the change. This is the one to change the toxic cleaning products to a safe alternative one. These are the pants for the girls that like this type of fit. These are the, this is the debit card story I send to get people over this objection, right? So this is the autoimmune one. This is the before and after hair growth with essential oil one. This is the take this vacation, buy these shoes, earn this cash back from using this debit card one, and so on and so forth. I think that putting a title for each story with a theme is great if you can take the time to do that. But if you're a top leader and you already have a page like this and the thought of going back and reorganizing it in that way just overwhelms you, don't do that. Just pin them to the top of your page, just the 5 or 6 that you use. You always send the same stories. When you find a good one that works, just use that every single time, right? Okay, so do the heavy lifting, organizing for your team, and share the research of what stories get people off the fence best as you muddle through it yourself, and then show them which ones are tried and true for you. If they say, yes, I do relate to that at this point, then you move on to step 3, the third most important question. So remember, what interests you the most? They tell you, you send a story, you copy and paste the picture in, send it to them. Do you relate to this? Yes, I do. Okay, they say, yes, I do. I relate to this. Then you're going to go on to step 3. If they say, no, I don't relate to this, or not really, sort of, you say, no problem. Is there anything about that that felt like you at all? And if they're like, well, yeah, like the energy thing, but like, I don't really need weight loss. So then you say, tell me more about the energy thing relating to you. How could this help you? What would more energy do to help you? Right? So then once they've said, oh yeah, now you send them another story to show them it does just that, right? So the do you relate to this is the question that you ask just to make sure you're on the right path, that they're like, yes, if I could get results like that, that would be amazing. Then step 3, do you want to see what they used? They say yes. You send a picture of one package with a pricing paragraph. Pick one pack that is your foundational pack. It can be more expensive than what they'll order after the first month. The more they buy on their initial order, the more they have to fall in love with. I don't recommend a 16 product pack because for some of you, you have the everything packs. That can mean they won't ever reorder. Now, if you're like, well, but I have the everything pack because we change over all their cleaning products in one swoop. Fine, do that. But then you got to figure out how to add in the protein bars and the lip balms and the lotions and the soaps on a reoccurring payment so that they order over and over and over again. Okay, those of you that sell health and wellness or oils, don't ever sell the everything oil pack. They're never going to order again. They're never going to order again. Okay. So I want you to sell a standard pack. Usually this will have anything between 3 and 6 products. And you just pick that pack. And as you're deciding what pack to send, I want you to focus on the main foundational products or services that your company offers and the dream pack of what products they should order to really get the results they're wanting to get.
So I'm just thinking bigger packs. That's all I'm saying. Just go a bigger pack, whether that's triplex and reset, or that's the optimal weight loss, or it's the whatever that is for that person. I'm just saying go big. Go big or go home first. Okay.
Okay. For example, what are the 3 to 5 foundational products that you love most and get people the best results? That's the pack. Make an image of that pack with the retail price of it on the image. Now, no one here would ever let anyone pay full price. No one's selling retail, right? We're all like, oh, use my code, use VIP, get special customer price, get this entry level thing. Oh yeah, no, this is where you start, right? We get them the discount by signing up with us as a distributor, right? So that the retail price is what they would pay if they just went to their website and they didn't have a special, amazing, smart friend like us, right? So you can put the retail price on there and
Yes. Did you have a question?
Yeah, so I might have missed it, or she might have talked really fast. For the second step, if they say no, what do we ask before sending another testimony?
Just ask good questions. So like if they're not sure like that would work for them, then I would ask them, like if it's talking about energy, she said, what would
Is there
more
anything, is there anything that you saw that interested you or related to or something like that?
or like
Yeah,
if
she said, was there anything that sounded good to you?
Mhm.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And she even like when she said energy, she said, what would more energy do to help you? So it's just kind of asking the good questions, basically. Just to
Okay,
see
thanks.
maybe if there's another testimony that you could send. So that's what we're like, we're wanting to nail down a testimony that they relate with. So we can be like, okay, would you want to see what she used?
Okay,
flash
thank you.
the retail price on the graphic to show VIP, brand partner, club member, promoter, etc., whatever they call it in your company, prices as the value. When your company has a sale, leverage either the retail prices with the sale or the VIP, brand partner, club member, promoter, etc. prices for the sale to show the value. But I want you to pick the graphic of the pack and send it with the same pricing paragraph. Use this framework for pricing paragraph specific to your company and product and update it every single month for yourself and for your team so everyone knows the graphic and the pricing paragraph to send when using this 3-step system. Look,
I have all of this written out for you too, that I can send you. So don't panic on trying to get word for word.
on the first of the month and you see all the new sales come in your company, you're going to make a new graphic as a team leader and you're going to update the pricing paragraph example and say, happy first of the month, everyone. Here's the new product and pricing graphic and paragraph. You're going to use this all month long. Anytime anyone ever asks you, what does it cost? Right? So this is the pricing paragraph example. Now, I'm going to use a wellness product example. If you are in a different company and you need help from me to make it different, just ask in the comments. Okay. This is the pack you need and what most people choose. It's blank amount of money right now with the shipping and tax and everything, but is normally blank amount of dollars. And it will blank in 3 days so your body can feel the best it's ever felt. You're saving X amount of dollars when you order this month, and you're getting membership for only blank amount of dollars, normally blank amount of dollars. You're also getting a free product that's worth blank amount of dollars too. They give the kit to you at a discount your first month, but this is all in your workbook, you guys. But they've made it even bigger this month. And then if you stick with the basic things after the first month, it's only blank amount of dollars plus shipping and tax after that. It will fix all of your issues and give you instant results. What do you think? Notice how I didn't say yes or no. It's what do you think? I'll just copy and paste it in here, you guys. And then you can take a screenshot of it. No, voice messaging is not better. Send the picture and the pricing paragraph just as this. Do not voice message. What if we get a discount commission on our personal sales? What do you mean by that, Shannon? Let's see, had a rookie moment and did this all wrong the other day and overwhelmed the prospect and myself. Now I have to paddle back and fix it. That's okay, Lisa. Look, you either learn or you earn. You learned, and now you know how to fix it. Okay, I put it up there for you guys. So like, for example, where it says, and it will blank in 3 days, like, and it will help you lose 7 pounds in 3 days or something like that. That could be what you put there. Whether you are using this for yourself or your team, having this system for recruiting will make it so easy to find out where you're going wrong if you're not getting the sale, or where your team is going wrong if they are not getting the sale. Because you can look back and you can ask yourself or them, like when they come to you and like, oh, I don't know where I went wrong. I can't get anyone to sign up. You're like, great, send me screenshots, right? And if you're yourself and you're like, gosh, I can't get anyone to sign up, let's go back and look at it. What interested them the most? Did I even ask that question? Oh my gosh, I never asked that question. I just assumed that they wanted what I was talking about on my post when they came in and asked for me. Okay. I don't get a discount on personal sales, so retail is same. So how do I do the price comparison? Shannon, yes. And at the bottom of your workbook tomorrow on day 2, I show you how to start and run and support and do effective 3-way chats. Is it okay to set realistic expectations and not say things like instant results? Like if you have a product that gives instant for 1 pack, not options, correct? Yes. Yes, great questions. Okay, so when you are stuck somewhere and you don't know what went wrong and you can't get them to recruit, or your team is stuck somewhere, go back and ask yourself the questions. What interested them the most? Did I send a story proving it did that? Did they relate? Did I send product, pack, and pricing paragraph? This will immediately show you where you're going wrong or where your team members are going wrong in the sale recruiting process. The reason why you don't want to give options is because when you give options, sometimes people have confusion. They're like, well, I don't know which one I want to buy. Well, I really want that one.
Okay, so this is why, again, we're only sending 1 pack, and I have been known to do this. Which one would you rather have, pack A or pack B?
But, you know, I can only afford the little one. So maybe I'll just save up until I can have the big one, and I won't get anything right now. So it's better just have one option. And then if they say, well, that option doesn't really work for me, then you can go down to the lesser option. And then if there's even,
This is why we start big, because then you can default to the smaller one. You can't start small and then go, oh yeah, by the way.
option below that, you can backpedal down to that. So it's just better to start high. And then if they're like, no, I can't do that, then I'll show you how to do all the objections and all those things. And then we go from there. Okay.
Also have all the objections for you, but we're not going to get into that today. We just want the basics of how to run these conversations.
If you've messed this up, you can go back to the messages and literally say, oh my gosh, I'm just going back over our message and I'm realizing I never even asked you what interested you the most when you saw my post 6 months ago. What was it that interested you at that time? That's how
Y'all, you can go back to any message and be like, oh my gosh, I don't think I even caught what interested you the most when you were interested forever ago, right? I just went to a follow-up today. The girl, it was a year ago, right? Where was she in my notebook? God only knows, right? So it was just one of those things like, oh my gosh, like what was interested you about plexus and gut health in the very beginning?
fix that. And then you find out what interests them the most. Then you send them a story. Then you say, do you relate to that? Then they say yes. Then you say, do you want to see product and pricing? Then you send them a picture of the product with the pricing. And then they say yes or no. Once you've done this, you're going to get a lot of yeses and a lot of nos and no responses. Like they're going to ghost you. And this is where getting good at sales is key. In fact, I'm going to give you the answers for how to handle the 4 main objections to use, because you will encounter objections. And instead of convincing them, I'm going to teach you how to help them overcome them. Okay. So if they say yes, ding, 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 you are going to immediately say, great.
Okay. This is the important part. When they say yes,
What's your phone number? Then deep breaths.
we're not sending share a cart. Take it out of your mind. We are not sending share a cart. Okay. No links, no share a cart.
I want everyone take a deep breath from me right now. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Call them on the phone. I know some of you are going to be panicking as I'm saying this, but I'm going to ask you again, what do you really want this year in your business? What do you want? Do you want to have financial freedom and the social selling success you know is possible? Do not send a cart. Do not send a link. Do not pass go, get them on the phone. Take their info down and put it into the system. for them while you have them on the phone. Build rapport as you go. Look for things you have in common. Be honest. Don't make things up. Do they have the same middle name as your mom? The same birthday as your dog? Have a Hotmail account and you miss yours and wish you never switched to Gmail? Look for ways to build connection and rapport as you put in all of their info for them. This does two things. It builds trust and connection and gives them a white glove VIP experience that sometimes can't be provided by all of our amazing corporate websites that always work perfectly and never glitch. Am I right? How many people here have a perfect corporate website that never has problems?
We know we don't.
Right? 3 steps to recruiting, right? What interested you the most? They tell you, you send them a product, you sent them a picture and a story to prove it. Do you relate to that? Yes, they do. Would you like to see what they took? Send product and pricing. They say, yes, I'm in. Order me. You say, what's your phone number? They give it to you. You hit it and it starts ringing. You didn't ask for permission. You just called. They'll answer. It would be weird for them not to answer. You were just talking. If they don't answer the phone when you try to call, say this. Tried calling you to put your info in really quick. Are you free right now? If they say yes, say, okay for me to call you back right now? Then call them back again if they say yes. If they say no, I can't talk right now, then you send this in text. Don't turn it into a cute graphic.
And I have this. It's just their info, like the name, the birth date, their email, the password, yada, yada, like that stuff.
You literally send the copy paste this. Okay. If there's any more information in your company that you need, add that in there. But you're just going to send it just like this. No problem. You can send it here and I'll put it in super fast for you. This is the info I need. You just send it over. This is a text, not a voicemail. This is a text. Okay, you send it in a text. Nicole's been using this lately and it's helped so much, she says. Okay, not in a cute graphic. Don't do the graphic. I know you're going to be like, oh, I can make a cute graphic. I could like send it to my VA. She can make it so cute. Stop. You're ruining everything. Here is why you want to send it in this way. Because humans love to fill in the blank. They love to fill in the blank. Let them do what they love. They will literally fill it back out and send it right back to you. Just send it copy and paste like I have. Don't send the share a carts. Stop using them.
See, I told you, Andrew and I could not be able to regurgitate this as perfectly as this.
Don't use them. I'm going to go into more detail tomorrow about why you need to stop sharing carts. Don't send links. Stop sharing carts. You're literally, it's just all wrong in so many ways. So many ways. Stop using it. If you have to get their social security number, I have a whole thing about that coming.
Thank God we don't have to do
Social
that
security
anymore.
thing in just 1 minute, Nicole. So hold on. Okay. So just send it copy and paste like I have. They will almost always return it filled in for you, then input the order for them, send them the screenshot of the completed order screen, and then move on to step 1 of duplication by sending them a voice message with the verbiage I'm giving you tomorrow. If you have to ask for a social security number in your sign up process, you must be on the phone with them. I had to do this for social now. I'm ready for that number. First step on the totem pole where they.
Okay, we're done with that part. Okay, so that is your process. That's why I said when you send the initial message, let me know what they say, because we're going to ask, right? What interests you the most? You go get the testimony, you copy and paste it, you send the picture, you give them like two minutes to read it, and then you say, what interests you the most, right? And then they say something, right? And then we're either asking more questions, or then you say, what do you want to see what they were using? Okay. And then you go into pricing, and then you get on the phone. Do you see how simple this is? Do, right? And that's all we're doing. That's it. Events, samples, all those things are for follow-ups. Okay, these are conversations, because what I feel like was happening on our team is we're so focused on events, we're so focused on samples. Have we even asked anybody to buy? Have we even asked anybody to buy? Have we asked them if they're ready to purchase? Because I know I get so lost sometimes in conversations and when to ask for the sale. This simplifies that. Okay. Liz, what is your question?
So when obviously we're going to need credit card information.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, we need to make sure we're on the phone, right?
Right. That, or you're walking them through like the process on the phone, and I do it, right? This is how I always have done it. And I got away with it because the share cart, and it has screwed my business, to be honest. So you're on the phone. You're
Way
like,
too many times for me. I can't even,
you're
yeah.
like, what's your email? What password would you want? You need a special character in capital letter. Okay. They tell you, like, you're asking like on the phone, and you're filling it out on your computer, and they're giving you the info. Or if they're not available, you send the thing that's like name, email, password, birthday,
That's what I'm just thinking. If I had to send something, like, I'm wondering if somebody would be apprehensive to fill in that blank with a credit
I've
card.
said it before and they just fill it out and send it to
I've
you.
never had anyone say it, and
Not me either.
I will delete it when we're finished.
And lots of times I have people send me pictures of their credit card.
Yep.
Okay.
Front and back. And I'm like, I don't know if I want that or not.
I've had the same thing. I've never had any issues.
Okay.
Remember, and your energy will like output the result. So don't let that hold you back either. I've never had like anybody, and most people like are like, I'm busy at work. Here's my info. And I'm like, okay, great. I'll call you later when your products come in, like something. I still need to get them on the phone at some point. So I will show you this really quick. And then I will just send this to you all so you have it. This is just this is the steps, the roadmap. Okay. It's got all the verbiage on there, all the step-by-step. This is the pricing paragraph. Andrea and I will fix the pricing paragraph for you so you have it. Get them on the phone. I will send you her objections page. That way you have it. I will also get the paragraph ready for you. Okay, that way you have it. But you can see it's just name, phone, email. We do need birthday. That one's left out of there. We do need birthday, address, credit card, expiration, CVC code. Okay. Listen for the excuses. Don't believe them. Keep them talking. Okay. So you can keep them talking, right? It's bouncing back and forth, right? It's asking good questions. Okay. So you're trying to figure out what's holding them back from purchasing. Okay. Look at yourself, not as the person who's going to get a sale, rank up, promotion, bonus, or whatever. Look at you as you're solving their problem. What are you doing to help them? Right. So taking like us as benefit out of it. That's where sales goes wrong. Okay. And then when you're on the phone, this is important. Okay. When you're on the phone, I'm going to play this for you too, really, really quick. I promise I'm hurrying. Before you say goodbye. Okay. And you've completed their order, you say this. Okay. This is the 2-liner that she has them play. Okay. And this is the post. I will send you this too.
Money than you've ever imagined and making a greater impact than you could have dreamed, you'll think, wow, that was so lucky that I saw an ad for Ignite Week and did it. What you're doing now, today, this week, and the way you practice it all year will set you up for all the luck. I have another trick for that, but that's for another day. Now, Shannon says this is the best. Set you up for all the luck God has in store for you this year. This system will turn one customer into 20 in 30 days. That means you have a new business builder. If there's a pearl inside the oyster, if you get lazy and you get scared and you don't want to feel uncomfortable, and so you skip this oyster because that girl intimidates you and she's for sure going to say no, and you start.
Listen to this. We're cracking oysters. Okay. We're trying to find the oyster, and it's just like sometimes we have a pearl, sometimes we don't.
Dipping oysters here and there, guess what? You only get one shot to see if there's a pearl inside. You pick it up, and you don't open it. Guess what? You don't get to open it again. Well, you do. I have another trick for that, but that's for another day. Now, Shannon says this is the best $24 she's ever spent. Thank you. This is everything that you need. And if you need help with your mindset around doing these things and staying on track, that's what is Beyond the Rank. That's what I created for you. Okay, Michelle, this is what I have been looking for. You are amazing. I love you guys. This is so fun. I literally was in prayer this morning with God, just thanking him in gratitude for giving me the chance to do what I love, which is teach. And not just teach, but teach network marketing, because I'm obsessed with it. And it's so much fun. And the reason why I teach it so well is because I struggled so hard to learn all of this. So my struggle is your success. Now, let's go. 1 customer into 20 in 30 days if there's a pearl inside the oyster. Let's go. Step 1. Open up in your workbooks. If you're not there yet, go to the page that has the little roads on it. This is the 3-step PLP duplication system. Step 1, post.
This is the only step that I'm going to teach you right now, because it's important, because it's part of the recruiting part. Because when you're recruiting, you're also duplicating. Okay. Remember, people will do what you did to them. Okay.
Until you have them on the phone, just as you're about to say goodbye, or in a voice message, after collecting their info and inputting their order for them if they wouldn't get on the phone with you. You're on the phone with them, and you're going to say this to them, because this is how you create a pearl. They can order without it. AKA, if they can't order without it, then you've got to work through those objections of, have you had a bad experience in giving your social?
One second. That's so weird.
Are you ready to learn how to create a pearl? Yeah. Here we go. Okay. They're on the phone. They've just ordered. You've just built rapport. They have the same middle name as your mom, the same birthday as your dog. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. You have so much in common with them. You literally will have so much in common with so many people in the world. Okay. So you are about to hang up, and you are going to say, now, I'm going to do an example for health and wellness, and I'm going to do an example for a couple of other different ones, because I want you to see that if you have a thought in your mind that this can't work for you, that's in your way. Okay. So here we go. You're on the phone with them. You just took their order, and you say this. You say it this way every single time with just this verbiage every single time. I just wish that I would have found all of this sooner. And so anytime someone orders, I always invite them to post a 2-liner on Facebook that says something like, I'm so excited because I just ordered this blank stuff that helped my friend with blank, blank, and blank. And I'm hoping it helps me with all of that and a few more things too. Anyone want to get started with me? And then if anyone sees that and sends you a message or leaves you a comment, I can answer all of their questions and help them get started with you so that you can help someone that might be silently suffering. Then pause and be absolutely silent until they respond. Do not speak. Clench the butt cheeks.
Clench the butt cheeks.
Close the eyes. Grit the teeth. Just be absolutely silent. Okay? No matter what product you have, no matter what company you're in, yes, silence is hard. That's why most people don't get what they really want, because it's hard to change. Every single person that you sign them up over the phone with this. You say this at the end. It's such a beautiful transition, whether you're selling makeup or cleaning products, or would you like to enter it in on your own screen right now? Would it? Or travel agency or attorney services. I just wish I would have found all of this sooner. And so anytime someone orders, I always invite them to post a 2-liner on Facebook that says something like this. I'm just so excited because I just ordered the easiest makeup system that helped my friend get ready.
Okay. So do you see how simple that is?
After I try the products. And
okay,
don't get
we're not
what
gonna
they
worry about that part. That's all we're worried about right now. Okay. That system right there. So I just kind of want you to wash away all the extra thoughts and all the things that you may be thinking. This is simple. This is simpler than what you're doing right now. I can tell you that 100%. This is simpler, right? Does everybody agree with that? This is simpler. Okay. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or nothing. This is what you do. This is what you send. This is what you say. And if she did this system and we watched her create jewel after jewel after jewel and get her husband a sapphire, and she earned the Paris trip or whatever it was with like 3 or 4 of her team because of this system right here. So you have the proof that it works. Now it's our turn. It's also something that we can't use for the rest of this month and be like, oh, it just didn't work. No, we're using this for the whole quarter. We're using this through the convention contest. We're using this through the summer. Like, it's not something that I'm just going to toss away quickly. We're just going to keep doing it. Okay. Because when we keep doing this and we sign up people like this, and then we start duplicating people like this, guess what happens? They start doing the same thing. And you cannot tell me that if you have someone come in that wants to share and you give them that system, how simple is that, right? There's no like, oh, add them to this group. This event, and this is like, no, stop, right? It's here's what you do. Here's what you say. Here's what you send. That simple. I can send you her welcome email when you have new signups. We're going to start using her welcome email. We're going to start using her post example. And she says, I don't care if they post with a picture. I don't care. She's like, because when you tell them to post with a picture, they're immediately thinking, well, I don't like that picture. I don't want my kids in it. I don't have makeup on today. All the things. She's like, just get them to post. Just get them to post. It's that simple. So I think it takes out all of the overthinking that we've been doing. And it just kind of really simplifies. And so Andrea and I are going to get everything together for you, and make sure it's like cut and dry, and your examples are ready, and your graphic is ready, and like all the things. And then we're going to have it in High Vibe. We're the guinea pigs, and then we'll roll this out to everyone else later. And then this will be something that you can help us with when we roll it out to the team. So you guys are a select group, that have been hand chosen and handpicked by me because I see your potential. You guys have goals for 2024. You're showing up in your business, and I want to help you be successful, because right now the hamster wheel that we're in as a team is not working, right? And all it's going to do is create burnout and frustration and mindset issues. And so this is going to give you confidence in your business again, because you're going to feel good about what you're doing. So I already sent you your initial message. We've tweaked that. You can tweak that to how you talk. And then we're going into, when they respond, what interests you the most. Copy and paste the story, right? Did you relate to anything in that? Like, right? The process. Okay. And then when you get the new sign up, we're asking them to post. We're getting them on the phone. There's no more share cart. There's no more links. It's either they send you their info and you personally sign them up, or if you want to walk them through it on the phone, then so be it. I don't have an issue with that either, because usually if I'm on the phone with them, we don't run into issues because I can walk them through those snags. So how do you all feel about this? What's your thoughts, questions?
I feel
love
good.
it. Yeah, I love it. Like I said, there's no gray area.
Mhm.
I'm the kind of person that says you do step 1, step 2, step 3,
Mhm.
and that's what you do. And now
1
it's
plus
not
1
like,
is 2. That's what you
yeah,
need.
it's like no overwhelm, not like, well, do I do this or do I do this? Or, well, what do I do with this person? It's just same thing for everyone, and that's it. So and I could listen to her over and over again. This is like the second or third time I've heard this one, and I love it. It's just, I hear something different every time.
And I've listened to those like 3 or 4 times, just like certain sections. And those I re-listened to this weekend, picking the sections out that I wanted to basically regurgitate to you all. And I texted Andrea today and I was like, I just can't. Like, there's no way that the boldness and the belief that she has in the system would come off the way that she has. So I just thought, you know what, we just gonna play the videos, honey. So I do have access to all of her stuff. I'm still in Beyond the Rank. So whatever questions that you have, just pop in our chat. We will help you walk through them and figure them out. I will send you the presentation that has the roadmap. I don't want to send you all the workbooks yet, just because there's a lot in the workbook and I don't want it to be like overwhelming, right? So I just want to like give you the specific pieces, and then that way you can get good at this, then we can keep going. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Because it's 9:40. So
Once you send this stuff out, do you want me to roll this out to my 3? Like, kind of have them start, because they really haven't dove into a whole lot yet.
you will teach them this
Okay.
one step at a time, right?
Perfect.
I love you. I'm coming. So you will, like, we have another snow day tomorrow, so my kids are still awake. I'm like, I don't even care. So like your new people, you'll have them post, like give them post, right? And then you can have them using that initial message. And then you're going to teach them how to do three-way messages, because we got to get back to that. Like, it's no more like screenshot the message, show me what they're saying. It just doesn't work. It just does not work. So I'm going to send you the verbiage of the 3-way. You're going to have them put you in a 3-way, and you're going to handle those conversations until you've done so many that you feel confident that the birdie can fly the nest.
I have a question about 3-ways real quick. And this is probably technology based. So if I start a 3-way with somebody that I'm not friends with, it's not going to work, right?
No, they
Like the person who's trying to, like, because I had, somebody who did a post. And so I was trying to take the people who liked or commented and then start the 3-way with that person in it. And it doesn't work if I'm not friends with them, right?
right. You have to have your friends start it.
But if they start it, even though I'm not friends with them, it should work, right?
Yes. As long as I think it's, even if you started, as long as your friends in there, you can still do that other person. But I always ask them to start.
Nobody's ever opened it. Nobody's ever opened
well, I would let your friend do it.
Probably in their message request is why.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's better if they start it then.
That's
like whoever
why, like, if they post and they don't want to start the message, then I go to the comments and I say, hey, can I message you?
Mm-hmm. I did that, but then they still didn't open. Like I said, I'm sending you a personal message or something, and then
then go add them as a friend.
Okay.
Or I would just tell the person that posts, like, hey, this is what you're going to send the people who comment. You're going to send them this, and then you're going to start a 3-way message with me. And then, like, because it's just always easier if that person who is posting starts the message, because their friend knows them and they're basically connecting. So when someone, for me, I would, if someone messaged me that I didn't know, I'd be like, nah, I'm probably not going to do that, but
I think really sometimes it's hard with the shout outs too, because like they give you the shout out and they really don't want to like do the work. So that's where like, I think sometimes that struggle comes in, but it's just really like getting, I think, that person as a friend and letting them see your feed if they're not going to message you.
Yeah.
And yeah, Leslie says, I used to listen to Brian on the phone silent all the time. That's how I started with Andrea. I would get people on the phone. She would walk them through the process as I listened. And then it got to the point that I would walk through the process, but Andrew was on the phone if I needed help, and she would be silent. And then I was on my own. Okay. Does that make sense? Amanda, does that help? Like, you're just spoon feeding little bits at a time, because there's no reason that they need all of this right now. You just give them little bits at a time.
As it's unfolding, like,
right.
Like really quick, and then we will get off because I'm about to fall asleep. Might be tired. But listen, I'm gonna tell you, my new girl, this is what I said. I said, I'm just gonna show you how I'm spoon feeding this conversation so you guys can okay. So anyways, I was like, hey, if I sent you a post, would you post it? She's like, yes, please. Okay. I said, okay, I'll send you something over. I sent her that and she posted. And I said, me too, I'm so glad, blah, blah, blah. She said, okay, I was sitting, okay. I said, yes, I will answer all the questions. All you have to do is say, hey, I'll DM you. She asked, she was like, I was thinking if someone asked, what do I say? I said, all you'll have to say is, hey, I'll DM you. Then you send this. Hey, I saw your comment. I'm still learning all the things and I want to make sure I get you the right info. My cousin has been so helpful and I know she'd be happy to answer questions. I'm going to add her here. That is what I have her send that person that said, I want more information. I said, then just add me to the three-way and say, hey, Sally, this is my cousin Andrea. Andrea, this is my friend Sally, and she wants more info. I told her you'd be best to answer questions. She said, okay. So then you jump in. And what I said to that person today, I literally just said, hey, Teresa, I'd be happy to give you info and answer your questions. What interests you the most? Then I literally just followed that entire thing. And so anyways, it's just like that simple. And I feel like that this system, like it's very similar to what we were already doing, but it's less wordy. And I was just like thinking, I was like, I was done with that conversation in less time than I usually was. And I thought like our old process was quick, but this is quick. It's like easy, cut dry. There's no like, let me send you this, let me send you the video, blah, blah, blah. It's just so quick. But I want to tell you guys, yes, if you guys can go through this process, write down the things that you're seeing, that you're loving, and all of these things. And I want you guys to commit to doing every single step of this. Even if it scares the pants off of you, you do it. Okay. You get on the phone, you ask the questions because we chose you guys so you can help us give us feedback, right? Like we have to see this system work because obviously we're using it too. Like Brianna and I committed to using it as well, obviously. So we want you guys to use it. You guys ask questions, like be really in tune with it and see what you can create in these next 2 weeks, right? And then that's when we're going to roll it out to the entire team. But we wanted to do it with you guys first so we can get the feel for it. We can see how it's going. We can see what things that, we might run into when introducing it to the team, all of those things. So do it and do step by step. We'll send you all the stuff. And as it's getting put into HiVide. So thank you guys so much. We were like dying. We could not wait to get this to you guys. Like when we were watching it, we were like, oh my gosh, like it was just a light bulb because obviously what we've been doing is great and everything, but sometimes it just needs to be refined. And this was like the thing. So anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much.
That was perfect. All right, I'll get this recording sent to you guys directly in the presentation so you have all the verbiage. Okay? All
Hey,
right,
one more
guys.
thing.
Yes.
What's the new name of Rise Co?
Healthy Living Club.
Thank you.
Yep.
I keep forgetting what it is. Thank you.
All right, guys. Bye.